we then come into, so coming into, I think my team were really wanting to do the tree energy, so earth. So we journey into our chemical creations for presence work, so calling your energy back in. You've already done your exercises with your breath and your body and your awareness, and you're using a team member, you're using an energy system. Alakatete ki tēnei hiki alaha kai ne hiki anaraha kai. Kaiarani hiri ki tāna laha kai ne hiki. Ayahan kai. So Gaia. Darakata naharaha kai ne hiki. Ayala kai. The fairies are like, let us in, let us in. Yeah. So fairies have come in. Fairies for me are very forest nature. There's a family that lives nearby, Lakateririkia. So in this part of the transmission and the exercise, we're going to go into using the energies around you in your physical realm to allow you to feel happy with your body, your energies running through your body, which you've already activated with the grounding exercises, to then notice the distance where you are in your head out to another person or another project, and you're using a safe space in your home. I look at there like the activating your sacred space, that I have a workbook on, a PDF workbook that you can access on my website, vickyandnatasha.com, and there will be a download button that you can choose there, and it will show you how to activate a sacred space. But as this transmission is a sacred space, we're going to journey into it. And as I say, with the tree energy, with the forest energy, Papatonuku is Mother Earth, with Gaia. Bring in your Indigenous rooted system that you have deep within you, within your cultural aspect of what that means to you, how you access your primal wisdom of humanity and you, your person, your root, your being, your earthly experience has some framework to it. For me, it's the tree, and a New Zealander, the earth, nature, the seasons of the nature, with the seasons, with the elementals, with the earth, fire, wind, water. And then with those, they branch out, like with the metals and with wood. You're a chemical creation coming in through noticing your room where you're in now. We've created a safe, sacred space, and we're going to activate a tree energy within it. And for me, I have many tree energies depending on my mood and what part of me is coming forward to be the leader in what I'm awakening to. Like, the framework of this masterclass is after an energetic surge. So that will stimulate part of you to come up as the teacher or the protector or the guider or the holder or the lover to hold you in space. So what is it that is coming through now? Okay, so I'm going to use the Pohutukawa tree because for me, she's very feminine, very sisterhood, but she's also water and land. And I just love being on land, but having seagulls and seabirds around me to know that I've got the space of the ocean. That is my divine space of being on land with a view or a vista out to sea, there's no end to it. It is universal, but in this earthly realm. And then I can access different realms through that. So we're utilizing, there may be a tree in your culture that is both, it's near waterways that you can bring forward. The Pohutukawa, for me, has got lots of, their root systems always will search for water, so they go into drains. And I laugh because my husband's a plumber, but and the land to get there where they go into. So this vision that I'm being shown is up north in New Zealand, and I would go out in the mornings. We were caravanning, and I would go out on sunrise with Betsy, my dog, who's passed, and my cup of coffee, and I would sit with the pohutukawas, and there was a variety of them. I think there was maybe 7 or 8 along the waterfront, because it was like a river mouth of the ocean coming in, and the campground was around it. And I would sit, and on the land part of their root system, but they would always have this little nest I could sort of sit into and like snuggle away. And Betsy would wander around the tidal flats and search for all sorts of things that she could search for. And then behind me would be grass, there'd be land birds, but I could hear the seagulls, I could feel the ocean, I could feel the land support. And these beings would start to come forward to me, the trees would start to speak to me. So when we create these experiences in our sacred spaces at home for presence work, we are alchemically creating them, but we may have had a memory of it for it to come forward. There's also the awareness that you, after going through an energetic surge, you've up-leveled your multidimensional abilities and you're bringing through new information that is cosmic, but it needs to land. So you could not have a physical memory of a place, but when you go into your presence work and you're yawning in your body and you're being still for the next stage that we're in now of creating energy with a tree framework in your space, you will start to be shown these visions. And within these visions, you get to this quiet space in your body. So you're closing your eyes and you're visioning the tree, and it's not with you. It's not within your bodysuit. It's slightly off from you. And you're seeing it take form in your room. Then you're feeling the root system go through the floor, the carpet, the wood, the trunk form, the branches coming out, the foliage, building up. So all the different properties and where the tree as a being of nature has access to in such a beautiful, energetic way that the tree can talk to other trees. So when we are absorbing it into our body in this alchemical creation in our room, we then are welcomed into the tree, or the tree will come into you, and then you will be your bodysuit, your trunk will be the trunk of the tree. Your feet will be the root system going down into the earth. Your human senses, your eyes, your nose, your ears, and your mouth, and your skin and your hair will be the foliage. Receiving moonlight, receiving sunlight, receiving oxygen. Traveling through the body with the different qualities of the bark and the stories that the bark, the scarring that you might notice on a tree trunk to what it has experienced in its life with pruning or nature ripping limbs off. I like the way it's had to strengthen itself against the natural forces, just the same as our bony structures had to strengthen it against forces. We are welcoming the tree energy because it is connected to all the elemental energies, but also deeply rooted in the earth that grounds us deeply rooted into the earth. So then we can go through this other stage of our awareness as we're journeying through shifts and changes after an energetic circuit to be more open and aware and flowing without ego mind. By this stage, you've shifted from that and you are flowing as an energetic being within your bodysuit. But you've accessed a team member, you've accessed alchemical creation of the tree. You are the tree is you in your space, in your meditation room or your private sanctuary at home. Ayala hakai tenehe ki. So then, with your eyes closed in these states of transcendence within your bodysuit as a tree, the tree can then grow outwardly, or the vision and the experience of alchemical creations can come forward in your space. You can then get like the fairies coming through, or other animals coming through, or beings coming through. And it's all to be experienced through your bodysuit. So with your breath and awareness through your bodysuit, and you're quiet in this state of witnessing what you were shown, witnessing what you were experiencing, not as your human self, but as your spirit and human self together. And ego has been quieted. It's silent, it's happy. So this is where you release the layers and the blocks and the limitations about you, and you can leap and expand forward into your bigger version, expansive self, but you're still yourself. Alaka tēnei ki tāna hala hakai. Haya nehi ki anana hakai, alala hakai. Haya riri ki talala hakai, nene nehi ki. Haya lalala hakai, tarana ki tanana ki.